Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. Now, before you skip through this video, because I know you're already looking for the possible paste bin link for this new updated profile, please do not skip ahead because there are a few things that I do want to talk about. But with that being said, this video will be going over the newly updated free profile for 9.2. Now, I know because I've done it myself, a lot of people skip through this video, try to find the download link, so on and so forth. But there are a key few things which I do need to mention to make sure that you are not accidentally losing a ton of gold. So please bear with me, I will try to make this as short as possible, and whenever the important info is gone, I will let you know whenever you can skip ahead. But without further ado, please listen to these, and we're gonna get right into this. So if you guys are new here and you have not seen my previous profile videos, I currently am offering a free profile, which is very basic and beginner friendly for everybody and anybody to use. Now the big thing about this is that this profile is Shadowlands and crafting orientated. So you can look right quick if I just kind of open up these. As you can see, a lot of this is strictly just Shadowlands. So that is kind of the first big disclaimer. If you are not somebody focusing primarily on crafting and you're not doing Shadowlands stuff, sadly this profile is probably not for you. Now, if you are a farmer, however you do Shadowlands stuff, there is a materials group. However, a lot of them do not actually have auctioning operations attached, since I simply do not farm, and you will have to create that yourself. So if you are looking for a farming or a old world profile, this one is not for you. Also, not every single item is added. For example, the basic eye level 151 random blue gear, kind of some of those random pieces are also not included in this profile, since I don't recommend selling them, and a lot of people, do not have those unless they have just recently leveled up and kind of have that overstock from leveling. So, of course, if you do have some of that gear, you will have to either sell it manually or just add it to the profile itself. That is not added. But if you are somebody who does enjoy Shadowlands crafting or is trying to get into this profile should be perfect for you. Just to give you a quick overview before going into the next thing, basically I've broken this down into 4 main sections. We have the crafter's marks, which makes sense, and the newly updated 9.2 has its own category right here. Then we have the legendaries, which yet again, we have all of the new rank 7s added as well. We have a very small old world section, which has enchanting, mage tower stuff, mounts, some bags, very minimal old world. Then lastly, we just have all of the professions from Shadowlands, as well as the new optional reagents. And I personally liked to group them separately just because, I can just click on this and restock all. However, you of course can rearrange this to whatever you'd like. Moving on to the next point, some big thing to mention is if you're currently using the, last dated profile, I have made a slight tweak to legendary profit. So if you are a legendary seller and you're using the old version of this profile, I have assigned a new operation and I have increased the 10% profit to 15%. So you can see it right there. So if you are somebody who, has been using my other profile and possibly you have some of the margins that are a little bit lower at that 10%, they might show up as, not worth it anymore because I've upped that to a little bit 5% more. If you don't want that, you can of course bring it back down, but with the new Legos out and everything, I just wanted to up that a little bit. So that's the second important thing. The next thing is that all of this should have every single 9.2 item besides 2 of them. The ones that we're missing is the new contract for the Enlightened because that requires revered rep and just I cannot find it on my TSM database. So if you are able to find it on your TSM, feel free to add that to a group yourself. And of course, when you hit revered and craft it, you can add that as well. So the new contract is missing, as well as the new glyph. So one of the glyphs are added, I believe it is the Vulpine, which I have added. However, the other spectral glyph has not been added because, yet again, it's not in my TSM database. So those are the two 9.2 items that are missing from this list. Everything else should be there. Second to last, please keep in mind, this is a big one. TSM is still under work for 9.2. A lot of people are having weird issues with their tooltips. You know, the new Crafter's Marks gear is not exactly up to date on some people's TSM. Some of the 291, some of the new rank 7 legendaries are not having the vestige put into their crafting cost. So their crafting cost is like 20k because it's not including that vestige. So please keep in mind, please double check, especially with the new items, that your tooltips are working. My group should not affect your tooltips at all. It's kind of like personal, like client side. So of course, if you are having some of those issues, you can contact TSM, make sure it's up to date, and honestly, probably just wait for a new update. Once again, all of these legendaries just came out 2 days ago, so of course be patient. But what I mean by this is don't import this, assume everything is exactly perfect, because I don't want you to accidentally post all your rank 7s for a price you do not want. So just be careful. Of course, if your stuff is working fine now, it should continue to work fine. However, just you may want to double check in case. Then lastly, one of the last big important things is whenever you import this profile, which in order to input, all you have to do is click this button right here, import the group, copy and paste that large string. It will ask if you want to import and just say yes, and you will get the penguin group. But the big thing to mention is if you do this and you receive a lot of the crafting cost percent error is invalid, stuff like that, and things are not posted, if you can craft the item, go onto all of your characters and simply open up your profession menus. All you have to do is this, do it with all of them, log off and do it with your other characters. Sometimes when you upload a brand new profile, TSM will forget all of your actual knowledge that it has of your characters, so it just needs a little bit of a refresher. If that does not work, then please check the frequently asked questions in the Discord, basically the same place where you're going to download this link. Please check that out before asking questions, because a lot of it is an easy fix, and that just knows that you've actually taken the extra step to check before asking somebody else. So that is one thing to note. If you are receiving errors, refresh your TSM profiles, and then of course refer to that if you're still having errors. And yet again, if you refer to that and you're still having trouble, then don't hesitate to reach out. Now, that is all the important information I want to discuss. If you are somebody who wants to import this profile, all you have to do is join the Discord down below. This is not locked behind any paywall or anything like that. So all you have to do is join the Discord. It's one thing that you can do, and then you'll be able to get the link. Once you join the Discord, you will be DM'd by a bot to verify yourself, just simply because we've had security issues in the past with bot spammers and stuff like that. Then, once you are verified, there is a free tools section of the Discord, which you can find this link, as well as many others if you need any other type of groups or spreadsheets. So, I should probably have some type of diagram on the screen that kind of showed that process, but that's the basics of it. Once you go to that link, like I said before, you should probably make a new profile, kind of like I've done for myself. Go to groups, simply copy and paste in here, and then you are good to go. So that is basically it for this video. I will say, if you do want a breakdown on the operations, if you want to know how this group is actually set up in terms of, how the operations can be adjusted, then I highly recommend making sure you check out the video that is in free tools as well. It will be like the tutorial for the link or whatever, and that will go in depth with each different actual operation. Of course, if you know TSM, you probably don't need that. I feel like I've set this up pretty self-explanatory. For example, this one, you're posting stuff for 12 hours for 115% minimum, and you're posting 200 at a time. So that's just a little bit of a sample right there. And then of course, crafting operations, you're restocking 20 for a 10% profit. Or you're restocking 200 for a 15% profit. Then of course, some of these, like legendaries, is specific to legendaries, enchants is specific to enchants, and so on. So that is basically it for this video. I wanted to keep it short and sweet because I know all of you just simply want the group, and I completely understand that. But thank you if you guys did listen to those important things. And of course, I hope this profile can help you out. Please don't hesitate to reach out in the comments or in the Discord if you're having any issues, and myself or somebody else should be able to help you. But if you guys want to support me, leaving a like on this video, subscribing if you want to see more, and even checking out my Patreon if that's something you want to do, would help me tremendously. But thank you guys so much. Happy gold making. I hope this helps. And as always, have a good day.